Okay, this is Mick Dennis from Mick Dennis 4 on YouTube. Today I'm going to be talking about E minor pentatonic scale, and I'll just show you some different lick ideas that you can use doing hammer-on pull-offs to the open string. So we'll start. I'll just outline the scale here. So E, G, A, B, D, E, and then backwards E, D, E, A, G, E. So the basic format I'll be using is I'll hit the note G, A, hammer on, G, pull off, and then pull off to the open string. And I'll be moving that all over the fretboard. So the next one, A, B, A, B. So 5, 7, 5, 0. Okay, the next one, B, D, pull off, pull off. 7, 10. Hammer, pull off. And then here on the 10th fret, D, E, hammer, pull off to open string. And then the last one I'll do climbing up the fretboard is here, E, G, E, and then to open. Okay, so you'll notice I have my hand kind of laying on the side here to dampen any extraneous strings. And now we can just kind of make up different kinds of licks here. How about doing hammer, pull off, and then pull off the open string, and then doing the same thing here. Hit the first note, hammer, pull off, pull off. Okay, so go to the next position, and then to the 10th fret, and I'll end here. So then if you wanted to experiment with different fingerings, you can use your 3rd finger here, or 4th finger. Then next one, 10th fret. Then the same thing here, B, D, or 3rd fret, 3rd finger. So I'm hitting it once and then creating 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 notes with 1 pick. Go to the 2nd string, so you got B, D, E, G, A, B, D. Backwards, D, B, A, G, E, D. Now here, you just have to be a little bit careful that you don't hit the adjacent string. So as I'm coming across, I'm just kind of coming across and just lifting a little bit, and then I guess if you want it to be really tricky, you can use one of your fingers here to dampen that first string. So I'm down kind of dampening there. So you can do that. That's particularly important when you're playing very loud, like in a band or something. Okay, so you have hammer, pull off to the 2nd string. Okay, then here on the 5th fret, E, G, E, and I'm just going to the open string. I'm going to 8th fret, G, A, hammer on, G, pull off, and then down to your open string. Then to the 10th fret, A, B, A, open, and then the last one, B, D. So once again, just like on the 1st string, you can use your 4th finger here, hammer, or 3rd finger. The next one, 10th fret, 8th fret, 5th fret. Okay, I'll do a little lick climbing up here. Yeah, so it almost sounds like tapping when you do this because of how wide the intervals are spaced between. And then you just have to use your imagination to figure out different ways of combining this. So what I'll do next is I'll do first string followed by second string. On the same, around the same relative position. So G A, hammer pull off to D E. I go to the 5th fret, A B, and then E G. So notice I'm just not mechanically, which is fine. That's a fine lick, but it's also interesting if you can alter it rhythmically. Okay, BD to GA. Yeah, so you can experiment with different fingerings here. 1-4 on the BD to 1-3 here, a 1-4 here to 2-4 here, a little trickier, or 1-3-1-3. Okay, going to the 10th fret, DE to AB. And then last but not least will be here, EG to BD. So probably the trickiest thing here is to get your hammer pull-offs clean, and then to control the open string so it doesn't bleed through into the next lick. So I am using a little bit of the left hand and then a little bit of my right hand to block the string. Seventh, 5th, 3rd. Okay, so I'll just do a kind of a climb up, down, and then up. Notice how I'm trying to make it more interesting rhythmically rather than just being a mechanical exercise. So that's that was recommended in a classical book. I believe it was David Tannenbaum was talking about that. Whenever you do any kind of exercise, try to make it musical. So this, rather than just be mechanical about etude exercises like that. I actually prefer the term etude, because then you can kind of make it, instead of it being a mechanical exercise, you do something more interesting with it. And so on. Let's go to the 3rd string. G, A, B, D, E, G, A. Backwards, A, G, E, D, E, A, G. So the same format here. A, B, hammer on, pull off, open. Yeah, you can hear a lot of players play this. You hear this in pages playing. A lot of people do this idea. Okay, here BD 5-4-7. Yeah, so if you analyze it in a certain sense, that's a G triad. I'm going to just go off a little tangent here. So then let's say you're going from a G chord to a C chord. If I change these two notes, C, E, G, I have a C triad. G chord, B, D, and then I go C chord. It's a little bit of a stretch, but it's just a theoretical concept that you can mess with. C, E, That's a little bit harder to technically do, but it's just a different way of looking at this. Okay, I'll go back to my pentatonic scale. So now we're at, so from B, D, we're going to D, E. So I'm pretty much doing the same thing each time. Hammer, pull off to the open string. Yeah, and I wouldn't be too concerned if you accidentally bump into the next string, because all these open strings are all E minor pentatonic. So even if you accidentally graze the next string, it's going to sound maybe a little sloppy, but in a certain context it might sound kind of cool. Okay, E, G, 9/12. Yeah, fourth finger or third finger. And then last but not least, kind of blues box, G, A. So I'll just kind of climb down with this. So even though we're doing E minor pentatonic is also G major pentatonic. So you might find a lick like that coming off of either the D string, G string, or the D string might sound more G major. There's a G power chord. And probably the same thing would happen if I did this ending off the D, because that basically just have like an inverted power chord, D and G. Kind of reminds me of an old song I used to play back in the day. Okay, so I went off a little tangent there. So now let's try combining these patterns coming across. So third fret, second fret. That works for like an E5 or an E power chord. Or it might work for a G also. Okay, let's go to next position, fifth. Yeah, it just takes a lot of practice to get all this really clean. Okay, 7th fret, 8th fret, 7th fret. Yeah, so to go back to that example, E minor pentatonic, G major pentatonic. If you kind of land it after your lick, if you kind of land it here, it might sound a little bit more major. So there, I'm hammering from midair. It also might sound cool to just maybe pick it twice. So I'm just outlining a G triad. B, G, D. And so I'm going to go back to here. So I was here, 10. 10, 9. And then back to the blues box. 12. So there I left out the hammer on, and I just did pull off. So I'm just doing a double pull off. 5, double pull off 3rd fret, 5th, 7th, 10th, and then 12th. So what I often stress in these types of videos is these are just starting points. These are just ideas. I mean, you can do any number of things off of this. I think what I'll do for today, I think I'll do maybe one more string and I'll just jam around. I got my wah-wah hooked up. I got this blonde pedal here. We'll see if we can get some raging feedback or whatever. Okay, let's do one more string here. So D, E, so E minor pentatonic, G, A, B, D, E backwards, E, D, B, A, G, E, D. Okay, so now I'll do that same format. E, G, hammer. You hear rock players do that move all the time. Yeah, so what you can do is you can add more energy to the note just by picking it every so often. Or you can just sort of just, almost like a fingering exercise, you can just keep on hammer pulling off. Okay, 5th fret, G, A. 7th fret, A, B. 9th fret, B, D. And then D, E. Okay, I'll climb down the fretboard. So just like the previous example, landing on the open G and D kind of is because it's the root and 5th. It kind of sounds more major. So maybe what I'll do next is I'll take this open G and open D and I'll kind of make up something that kind of sounds a little bit more major. So there I'm kind of combining position. So notice how I'm not necessarily always going to just do all hammer pull off. So if I feel like the lick needs a little bit more energy, I'll just give it a quick hit. Rather than just do everything with the left hand. Thanks for watching. I'm just gonna turn the blonde pedal on here. Let's see what that does. Takes it to the next level. Excuse me if I digress, I just have to put in the Moby Dick lick from a page I just love that lick. One more time. And then he gets a little down. I'm not detuned. Okay, let's mess with the wah a little bit. Mess with the wah. I'm just gonna see if I can get the wah to kind of coax out some feedback from this setup. Because I need to be a little bit louder. Dennis, thanks for watching. Rock on.